In this movie, we're going to look at using layer generators for the quick generation of multiple particle sources for Trapcode Form as the example, but can also be used in Trapcode Particular. So layer generators is a collection of 3 different tools inside of After Effects. The one that we're looking at is vector icons, and you can download this for an extra price at AE Scripts, and it's for a nominal fee. But what's really cool about this is it just generates shape layers really quickly. We can then take these shape layers, place them into a pre-composition, and have it referenced as an image sequence by Trapcode to have multiple sprite references. So I'm just going to hop into After Effects, and right now I have a speaker. The speaker is a 3D object that's currently in wireframe mode, referenced by Trapcode Mirror. And then I have another version of the speaker where spheres are being born on the geometry. So if we head into the particle settings of Form, there is an option here to choose a sprite. A sprite will allow us to choose an image reference that we won't colorize, or will take on the color of the actual sprite reference. If you go here to the Choose Sprite dialog box, newer versions of Particular shoot with this entire sprite reference category where we can select something like a locator 1. The problem is it's only one particle being referenced. And for my speakers, I would rather have several references that I can also colorize. And this is where we can work with layer generators. To access layer generators once installed, you head to the window menu, and we're going to go use the vector icons. A new window will pop up, and we'll just take this panel, dock to the right of our composition panel. One cool thing is we can search from a variety of different icon sets, such as Font Awesome, Foundation, and Ico Moon. I'm going to go to Font Awesome, and with that selected, choose a small icon size. Ideally, for our particle reference in particular, we want something of a small pixel dimension. I'm going to choose 48 pixels, and just do a search here for music. I can see here that I get 2 icons, musical symbols. And before moving further, I'm just going to go to my project panel, create a new composition, matching the icon size, which is 48 by 48. I'll call this image music sequence. I'll press OK. And with these 2 icons, I'm just going to create them. And you can see now that there are these shape layers inside my composition. Awesome. I'm going to go now to Foundation and just do the search here for music. In fact, maybe sound, see what comes up. There's a sound icon. I'll use that as well. Let's make a reference from Google Material Design. Here's surround sound. Awesome. I'll also do speaker. And we have all of these different speaker notes. This is awesome. I want all of them. I'm going to create them. And it creates all of these shape layers. So I have already, within a few seconds, several shape layers that I can now reference by Trapcode Particular. But to make sure that it sees it correctly, what I need to do is take these shape layers, and I'm going to trim them all to 1 frame. So I'll move my current time indicator to the beginning of the project, and then press Alt right square bracket. Everything is trimmed to 1 frame. One other step needs to be taken, and that is to sequentially order these. And we can do that with them currently selected by going to the Animation menu, Keyframe Assistant, Sequence Layers. We don't want any overlap. We just want to accept the default options, and I'm going to press OK. Voila! We've now got one icon after the other. And on the last icon here at the 8 frame mark, I'm going to press the N key to trim the end of my work area, followed by a right click on the gray work area bar to trim the comp to the work area. There we go. This is looking great. Let me just head back into my main sequence here, which is currently referencing these icons, and actually just bring in this new image music sequence that I just created. I'm going to turn off its eye icon, and we're going to head into the layer that is referencing Form, and it's currently set to Sprite. This is exactly what I want, but rather than reference the Sprite library, I'm going to head into the texture options and then reference that image music sequence. We want to make sure that this is set to random still frame, which it is. This is great. And you can see now that my speaker, or the above speaker overlay, is made of these icons from vector icons. Awesome. Now, if we want to add some color to these, let's actually change the particle type from Sprite to Sprite Colorize. And I get a nice little color already. And this is based, if I go lower, on the set color being set over X. And if I look in the color over fields, I can see here's a gradient. In fact, I'm just going to randomize these 3 stops just to try a few different colors out. And there you have it, using layer generators, vector icons with Trapcode Particular as a particle reference. For more tips and tricks like this on Creative 111, click that subscribe button.